Y'all didn't see the reports yesterday, man. Jimmy Butler officially requested a trade from the Miami Heat. And this has been an ongoing thing for the past couple of weeks, man. We dropped a couple of videos talking about it. Miami Heat potentially moving on from Jimmy Butler, trading him. And it's funny where things change, because I'm not going to lie. Hey, shout out to Shams, man. He won the war at the end of the day. No matter what his agent said, as in Jimmy Butler's agent, if y'all didn't see that, man, Shams already was ahead of the report saying that Jimmy had preferred destinations, about getting traded somewhere. And the agent blew all that up, saying that Shams is a liar, he's a phony, all this stuff. And Shams was saying, man, I'm doubling down. I'm standing 10 toes down on what I said. And in the end, man, hey, he looks like the undefeated guy here because Jimmy Butler officially requested the trade. Now, what does this mean for the Miami Heat? Listen, Pat Riley was very vocal about it recently, where he was pretty much saying that they have no intentions about trading Jimmy Butler, but that doesn't mean a thing when it comes to, Jimmy Butler requesting a trade for the Miami Heat. As much as, when you look across all of the land of sports, I feel like owners and GMs kind of run the leagues everywhere else, or run the teams in general. The NBA is a superstar-driven league. And at the end of the day, when a player wants to get moved, they do whatever they can to get moved. And what ends up happening is that player gets moved. So there's no reason for me to think, with Jimmy Butler requesting this trade and Pat Riley saying, hey, we have no intentions of trading him, I think he's going to get dealt, y'all. They're not going to hold on to Jimmy Butler knowing that he's, one, unhappy, two, not wanting to play there. And it might be a little bit deeper. I mean, some people could look at it from the surface level. Other people can look at it that maybe Jimmy Butler is kind of being, a little too much on the topic. But Jimmy Butler was pretty much saying that he lost his joy to play basketball on the court right now in Miami, specifically in Miami. He says off the court, and I'll play a little section of that, post-game presser or pre-game presser or whatever the presser was, honestly.
I want to see me get my joy back from playing basketball, and wherever that may be, we'll find out here pretty soon. But
can you get your joy back here on the court?
Probably not.
As you can see, Jimmy Butler just seemed deflated, and it seemed like he was not able to get his joy playing basketball in Miami, and he's not going to. I mean, they asked him, is he going to be able to do that here? He says, I don't think so. Like, what else do you need to hear? And now Jimmy Butler, when you look at how he's been, all over his career, when he's been traded from the Chicago Bulls to the Timberwolves, and he had to get dumped from there, and he's been around a little bit. As you know, he is a polarizing figure, and he's not a guy that's going to keep his mouth shut. If he feels some type of way, he's going to let you know. And I guarantee he's not going to, if he really wants to be out of Miami the way he just requested a trade, man, he's not going to be there by the deadline. He's not going to be. And that's going to be something that we have to watch for, because with the deadline coming up, man, they got to make some moves. Miami Heat are jockeying for playoff position, and hopefully they're trying to not be in the play-in. I mean, that's something that they've been in for the past couple of years. And without a player like Jimmy Butler, I mean, where does that really put you? When you look at potentially what you can get back for Jimmy Butler, I think, the Heat should be incentivizing picks. And we're not saying they're punting on this team right now, but I mean, what kind of player are you expecting to get back? Jimmy Butler has been a great playoff performer for them, a great playoff performer in general in the NBA, but especially for the Miami Heat. I mean, he's the heart and soul of that team once they make it to the playoffs. People that worry about Jimmy Butler during the regular season, I mean, you just got to wait till the playoffs kick in and you see how he is as a player. Not having that in the playoffs is going to be a little bit worrisome for them. And what player are you getting back? Once again, I mean, there's going to be talks about the Lakers. The Lakers are involved in every single trade. So, I mean, I'm not surprised when it comes to that. The Suns have been a name that's been rumored, potentially a team like the Warriors that need to add a player. I mean, these are the type of packages that you're going to be wanting back, or seeing what you're going to get back. And are you getting a star player in that? I've seen a lot of people talk about, getting Bradley Beal back, but I'm going to be honest, man. Is the Miami Heat better off with the Bradley Beal versus Jimmy Butler? Some Miami Heat fans, y'all let me know, man. You might want Bradley Beal for his scoring output, but we know what Jimmy Butler is in the playoffs. It looks like he doesn't average, 22 a game in the regular season. But in the playoffs, man, he turns into a different guy. So, I mean, y'all Miami Heat fans, let me know what y'all want in a trade for Jimmy Butler. And once again, the deadline's coming up on February 6th. They're going to have to make a decision soon. That time flies very quickly. We're a little bit over a month away from that deadline, and I definitely do expect them. If you're asking me, is Jimmy Butler going to end up getting traded? He's going to. There's no reason for me to think that he should stay on that Miami Heat team, and there's no reason for me to think that Pat Riley's going to keep the unhappy, not having joy on the court player in Jimmy Butler on this team, man. Once again, if they don't, that'll be a move that Pat Riley, hey, are you going to let him walk for free? That's going to be the biggest question, because he's already going to opt out. That's been the report. He's opting out of that contract. So we'll see what happens with Jimmy Butler in Miami, man.